Welcome everybody to the Bush League or Bush Radio podcast. Bush Radio. The Bush Radio podcast, the first one of its kind, and God hopes not the last one, but
yeah, no, it's not gonna be the last. I don't care if it's fucking dog shit. It's not gonna be the last one. I worked too hard on that fucking art, dude. It's not happening.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So I'm Resolvedimp, otherwise known as just Imp. I am the co-producer and editor for this channel. I don't do a whole lot. I just sit around.
He's the resident CS:GO player. That's what he does.
I play CS:GO at an average level, so it just makes me alright, I guess. I don't know.
No. Yeah. I pay him to be good at CS:GO. It's basically why. That's fine.
Gives me free skins.
Yeah, I'm Blind Deaf Ghost. I go by Blind. I'm the co-host, and I do all the graphic design for BushLeague, and I'm paid to be bad at CS:GO. That's what I do. He
also goes by Deaf or Ghost.
Yeah, anything you want, really. Or all the stupid names I come up with for Steam.
As long as you pay him, he'll be whatever you want him to be.
Yeah, you pay me enough, you can call me whatever you want. Yeah,
I don't know why that was so funny. God damn it. Yeah, so this being our first podcast, we're obviously not going to have a whole lot to talk about.
No, this is more of an introduction to the show and what we're going to be doing in the few months that's coming up.
Yeah, so being the person who wants to get into, stuff like film, we want to do funny stuff with film. But currently there's a kind of a gap between us. Call it a state or two.
2,000 miles, give or take, who cares?
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You can fix that any time of the day.
Oh, yeah.
But if that ever does come to fruition, we will be working on live action stuff.
Live action would be fun. I also want to do animations. I'd like to start doing skits with those. Those would be a lot of fun too.
Oh, that would be amazing. But he would be absolutely alone on it, because there will be a link to it probably at the end of the video. But Doodle Bros, the first thing we did, if you watch that, you'll notice I'm complete dog shit at drawing. Actually, no, dog shit looks better than my drawings.
No. But you're also a pretty good voice actor, and you've been practicing that a lot. If I do the animations, you'll probably be the one voice acting for them.
I'd love to. I'd have to get more sound dampening from them, though.
Yeah.
In all actuality, because even in this, you'll probably be able to hear at least a little bit of an echo. Not much. I would hope not enough to piss people off. But
we are just starting out. Like, this is all introductory shit, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. The production quality will get better over time.
Yeah. With any hopes.
Yeah. Yeah, I've also been considering doing sometime in the future, maybe in the new year, doing tutorials, like art tutorials. Maybe not on my personal channel, but on BushLeague, like how I create the thumbnails and composition tips and stuff like that.
I would actually like that. That'd be a really cool thing. Something for you to add, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it'd be pretty easy.
Oh yeah.
Because just your drawing process. And if you guys are at all looking instead of just listening, the art that you currently see on the background, that is his.
Yeah.
He did all of the work. Took me a
little while.
Took a little bit. If there is any animation on screen, that's partially due to me, but a lot of it is him.
Yeah, we thought it'd be fun to have an animated standby screen while we do a podcast, so any editing work, that's him. I'm going to be editing part-time in the future, but not currently, so I just do the art mostly. Well,
yeah, and that'll be a neat experience.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
I am excited to see kind of what you can do with it. This would be really cool.
Yeah,
well, we were gonna do a channel trailer for my channel. Link in the description.
And then that kind of spiraled into we should create our own duo channel.
Yeah. No, it just ended up it ended up being that, hey, so let's look into some clips and we'll make a channel trailer and we'll do all this stuff.
Yeah.
2 months later, hey, let's do that channel trailer. 2 months later, hey, you want to make a channel together?
Hey, let's just make a new channel and we'll just start over and it's gonna be great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. No, I am still working on my channel.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's fun.
My channel's kind of starved to death recently, but that's okay.
Well, I mean, there's that one guy who liked the tweet I put up.
Yes.
How many
The
ever
fucking
months ago?
stalker you have, yeah. Digging through your old tweets and shit.
What the?
Yeah. But yeah, after the idea, we came up with, for a duo channel, we came up with BushLeague because our quality is pretty garbage and it's probably gonna stay garbage because that's kind of just our sense of humor. Even though the internet's kind of moving away from that. And then I came up with the logo, which is based on the logo that I made for myself and for Resolvedimp, because I do all the graphic design.
Yep, because I am the doo-doo at that. Even though I took graphic designs classes, and I'm just like, nope, I can't do anything. I have Photoshop, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, because we went to high school together. That's how we know each other. That's how we met. And I had a class with you on web design where they tried to teach us Photoshop, and I was like the worst possible. It was garbage. And then like a year later, I started actually drawing on Photoshop and got better at it. And I just started doing the graphic design because Photoshop was already there.
Yeah, no, but I was in that. I was in graphic design, and I was just horrible.
Yeah.
Like everything
you were
that came
You were
up.
better than me though when we first started, because you used it a lot more than I did.
I have no idea about that, but
I wish I still had some of the old drawings I did. They were fucking terrible. It was the horse from Adventure Time, where the Ice King was like hidden in him, and we just edited him into a picture like 200 times. It had no rhyme or reason. It was fucking garbage.
that is Goodbye Horses. Remember?
Yeah, that was what it was. It was Goodbye Horses.
That was so amazing. And then the rubber ducky that is sentient but still appears.
That was like one of the first comics I ever drew.
That was such a good one, though.
It was terrible.
The police officer that's confused about his case comes home, sees the rubber ducky on the TV. No,
not again. Yeah,
that was fantastic.
It was an experience. It wasn't a good one, but it was an experience.
Had the horse fall on the baby carriage, and then the baby rips out of the horse as a full-grown beard.
Holy shit, I forgot about that. That was so good.
That one was probably my favorite.
Oh man, God, you know what? I bet in my old house, I still have some of those old drawings, because those were pencil and paper. Those weren't even digital.
Oh yeah, but they were still good. I loved them. You know what? You know what you're gonna have to redo though?
What's up?
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh my God, Abraham.
Abolish
That's gotta
slavery.
That's gotta be a T-shirt design. What else could that be?
Lincoln. It's gotta be on tank tops though. Abolish slavery.
But they'd have like ripped sleeves, like they're custom printed shirts.
Yeah, just. Oh, it's amazing. And then we're also, segueing into making Huzzah an eventual meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be fun because we spam it in Counter-Strike a lot.
Yep. He taught me how to bind keys because I never bothered with it, and then
you kind of took the ball and ran with that. You have like what, 5 or 6 now? 5, 6 macros you just spammed during fucking gameplay.
I made one after you pissed me off the other night. So now whenever I click P, it's why won't God let me die?
Yeah, which is pretty accurate because we say that, like, we joke about it, but Jesus Christ, we say it a lot. Like, this is what you can expect when we're not recording and we're just coming up with ideas for BushLeague. We're just fucking making these stupid jokes and just repeating them until we think they're funny.
Until we think they're funny,
oh
they're always funny. Yeah, no, it's now I've just got those macros. I probably should change them out though, because I want more stuff like Huzzah, where it's just like it's catchy and it's not extremely stupid. Like
Yeah.
you're now an enemy of the state.
Yes. I don't know why we were just talking on Discord over text, and I just came up with, I'm like, yeah, I should just say huzzah really loud, and then maybe that'll be funny. And it just kind of
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
But no,
It's one of those.
Everything.
It's one of those things you can say after everything, and it's like, oh, I can say this at really bad times. It's like one of those sayings like I don't know, a memorial for someone or like America.
Okay.
It's like one of those kinds of things where it can be good or bad.
Yeah, and it works in a lot of contexts, and that's why I like it so much. I think.
Yeah, so you're at a funeral and then
Huzzah! I don't know about that. You're kind of jumping the gun with this one.
What? No, what are you talking about?
Okay. But that's one of the things we want to do, starting out in the next couple of months is CS:GO, obviously the podcast Doodle Bros, which is completely original, by the way. I don't know if you guys have been fucking listening. That was completely our idea.
No, not.
And we have some new ideas that we want to work through. Like we want to do a best of like every month. If some of the clips are pretty funny. I want to do.
We're working on one right now.
Yeah, and I want to do a clip show where it's just us saying stupid shit out of context in a list because we say some pretty weird shit when we get in the moment. Especially in Counter-Strike, like we get kind of weird with it.
Yeah, but like, yeah, but you post shit in the chat, like you'll just stop talking, and then in the competitive chat, you know, fucking hat vampires, gerbil monsters, all this stuff just starts coming up, and it's like, well, this is perfect for out of context, but what are you doing?
It's pretty well. That's like how I warm up my improvisational skills. And that helps a lot. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't say anything, but that's what I do. And I'll just say the first two words that come to my head over and over again.
Yeah. It would have helped. It would have helped me to understand.
It was funnier though. You just didn't know what was going on.
You did it 3-4 times in a row, and I'm experiencing this. Fucking toothless socks. Like, okay, I'm really happy that you've discovered these, but I don't know what you mean.
Man. Yeah, that was pretty funny.
No, I'd say we're decent at coming up with just random stupid shit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to toot our horn too much because our name is literally BushLeague, but I do feel like some of our jokes can be pretty funny at times. We have our moments.
Yeah, I don't want to, inflate my own.
I don't want to make you think
that
our content is good or anything, but
we're probably the best, worst content you can find.
If nothing else, we probably put the most hours into it for the stupidest jokes. Like I spent 4 days coming up with a podcast screen where we can just bullshit the whole time.
I mean,
talking about huzzah. Inside jokes.
I mean, at least at our level, like on YouTube, we put in the most time because I doubt anyone
honestly,
who's
I think
just starting out on YouTube puts in this much time.
You have a lot of experience editing, and I have a lot of experience with graphic design, and I got the new microphone and everything. It sounds cool. So I'm excited.
Sounds cool.
Like this is really starting to take off for me at least. Like I'm excited what we're gonna be doing in the future.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I really want to get into weird games and stuff.
Just
indie games
or something. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Like what was the Deceit? Like that.
Deceit, yeah, that was fun.
I found that by chance, and I was expecting just utter shit.
Yeah.
And I was fine with that. It's like it's just gonna be funny. No, it was decent, but it was still funny, and it was really fun to play with friends. I mean, you probably didn't have as much of a fun experience because it was your first time playing, but we had all played a little bit before that.
Just trying to learn it.
But that's what made that fun, though.
Yeah, we kind of like to stay ahead of the curves on shit like that. Just find weird games that don't make any sense. I love it.
I mean, Deceit. It's a repeat of other game styles, but if you haven't played it, I'd suggest grab a few friends, go try it out. It's really only fun with friends.
Yeah.
Because
And I wouldn't,
other than that,
I would recommend not trying to learn the gameplay beforehand. Just kind of dive in, because
yeah,
it's fucking weird.
It's really simple to learn, but at first you're just so confused. You're like, "Oh, I'm not entirely sure what's happening," and then suddenly, next thing you know, you don't have a face.
Speaking of weird games, are we ever gonna do a video for Corgi Warlock?
Oh my god.
Because that's about the weirdest game I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I have to respect it because it's made by like one dude. I hope it's made by one dude. I can't imagine there's a team of people working on that, but you know.
I'd hope not.
I hope
like,
not.
If that was made by just one dude, that's reasonable. If it was made by a team of people, I'd suggest you look into something else.
Yeah, follow your dreams, but you know, there are limits.
I mean,
really? It looks like an Xbox Live Arcade game that used to play in like 2008. It was, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. I mean, like Castle Crashers, but the art was worse.
But Castle Crashers like had a lot of time put into it.
Oh yeah, like you can tell they cared about it. It was cool.
Oh yeah, and I mean some of the characters, like I had people who big fans of Jonan Vasquez, creator of Invader Zim. If you've ever seen it, you probably have.
Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, comic book series that ran in the 90s.
Yeah, Johnny the Homicidal Maniac.
Yeah.
I had seen a few of the comics. I never really got into it, but a lot of people were like, dude, it kind of looks like his artwork, and it, you know, for some of the characters it did, and it gave it a nice
I hadn't really
twist.
connected those dots before, but yeah, it kind of does. I never realized.
Like if you're ever playing the game and you come across the Ice King, not Adventure Time, you ever come across him, just kind of look at his face and the tongue and everything about him just kind of seems like it could fit into the Invader Zim universe.
Yeah.
Or like any of those, anything he's done really, because he's got a very singular art style. Like he does,
and he's been around a long time. He's been doing a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah, he's great though. It's fantastic.
You know, I actually, speaking of podcasts, I actually watched one with Jonah Vasquez a couple of months ago for a Nickelodeon channel on YouTube as a podcast series where they interview production design and like voice actors and stuff, and it's really cool. And he was on it, and it was really interesting to hear him talk about having an animated TV show and like running a comic book series. Yeah, because I never really put it together, but he's like, I think he's like 40 years old, maybe older. And he was talking about how he was like in the 80s when Alien came out and how it inspired him to create fucking Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It makes sense though, because it was like for a lot of people that's what they grew up with. Is you know, grew up watching Hey Arnold, you know, Cat Dog.
Oh yeah, those shows from the early 2000s. Yeah.
Just suddenly deviated to Invader Zim.
Yeah.
A lot of those shows were fucking creepy. A lot of people were like, "Courage the Cowardly Dog." Man, we are really deviating. But
yes. I was watching Courage the Cowardly Dog like 20 minutes ago. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah,
like that show is.
That's fine.
It's ridiculous.
No, a lot of people were like, "Courage the Cowardly Dog." That used to, you know, freak me out when I was a kid because it's so weird. I was always comfortable watching it. I was like, "Yeah, I love watching this show. It's so great and it's weird looking. I love it." And then anytime it was Hey Arnold, I was like, everything about that show just creeps me out.
Football faced fuck.
Okay, I'd like to establish that a lot of times we are on the same, you know, brainwave.
Yep.
We're just synced up.
Like I don't know why we even created a duo channel, because we just make the same jokes over each other the whole time.
We really do, and that him saying the football-headed fuck, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, you got me in a box, really, man. You just, goddamn.
Yep.
So before we go on any further, we should probably, you know, say why. I mean, have we said why we made BushLeague? Really?
Do we have a reason? I mean, we kind of just did it, and we just created all the things for it, and I created the logo, and it just kind of took off. I don't know if we had a concrete reason why we actually started it beyond the fact that we wanted to have a duo channel.
Us.
Yeah.
It hasn't actually taken off. But that would be cool if it did.
I mean, yeah, we're not getting paid for it, and we probably never will. So it's a hobby for us, really.
It's a fun hobby though. And,
Yeah.
I mean, that's really why I pour a lot of time into editing the videos, even if it's ass when I edit them.
We all have a lot
I'm
of
still
projects that
having
we have to juggle to get this stuff done, but it's totally worth it. It's the most fun. Like, I didn't have a lot of fun recording for your personal channel or my personal channel, but this is a lot of fun. It's a group effort.
Wow.
And we can divide and conquer. You know what I mean?
I'm really glad that my channel brought you happiness.
Yeah, truth is coming out. Yes.
Suddenly, I don't want to be a part of this channel anymore.
God. All right. Well, this is the last podcast for BushLeague then, or Bush Radio, I guess.
Bush Radio, BushLeague.
Bush Radio. Yeah.
Won't matter after today.
Yeah, naming things is not our strong suit, I don't think.
No, I think Bush Radio is fine though.
I like it.
I mean, it's
I'll create
catchy
a little
enough.
graphic for the thumbnail. It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does all the thumbnails as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever look at my channel and see the amazing thumbnails that I put
Yeah,
so
you
much
can-
time and effort into,
There's definitely a gap. I think the
There's-
last thumbnail I saw of yours was Beatrice from the Golden Girls over like a fucking psychedelic background
it was
with unreadable text on the bottom.
that is not true.
Oh my god.
I made sure the text was readable, you motherfucker.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold you to that then. So yeah, that's despite the rant that we're probably gonna keep going on throughout the podcast ideas, like we're trying to lay a baseline for what we want to do and hopefully what people would want to see for it. That'd be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it would be fantastic. But as for what we plan, we already kind of said that.
We're gonna keep coming up with
I don't know.
ideas and keep making projects for it and stuff too.
And I honestly feel like YouTube is one of those things where it's like it's really more fun to wing it for a lot of stuff,
really
because then
is.
it's a lot more genuine. Because you can tell with some of the bigger YouTubers, and this is kind of why I stopped watching some of them, is it's like, oh, they're just writing this out on a script.
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
And it's like they're trying to make it feel genuine when it's scripted, and that's what puts me off.
Which is, I
Because
think,
like people like Video Game Donkey or JonTron, people who actually know each other,
Yeah.
they script a lot of their videos, and with good reason. But when JonTron or something is laughing in his video about fucking flex tape, I'm sure it's genuine.
Oh yeah.
Because that is absolutely ridiculous.
But I think that's why we fell in love with Couch Shop when they started making videos, is because like
Because
you
of
couldn't
the-
possibly script it. It was like okay, we're gonna go to the
I mean-
restaurant and pick up ice cream and throw it at each other in the kitchen for 20 minutes. Like it's
Well,
like, how
I
could you
mean
possibly-
that was not scripted, I'm sure, but
Yeah.
I mean, I believe to a certain extent that at least some of it is scripted.
Yes. Man, I don't know.
So it's like,
But the point is, like, you can't tell, and that's kind of why I like it so much.
yeah, it's okay. There's this thing, and it just feels right when you watch it. I mean, it
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
doesn't feel right. It probably feels inhumane or borderline.
I hear the term cringy going around a lot. I'm not sure if that's still a thing.
I mean, probably for them.
I mean, you know me, I don't keep up with like memes or anything like that.
Oh,
So it's
neither
it's
do
hard
I,
to-
man. Like occasionally, like every once in a blue moon,
Yeah.
I'll be there when a new meme starts, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But other than that, people are out here spouting memes about the
Yeah.
other thing, and I'm like, I don't. You're
Like, what was the
saying
one about
things
the
that I don't understand?
what was the one about the gorilla or ape or orangutan or something like that?
No, it was a gorilla. It was
Gorilla?
fuck, what was his name?
I don't remember, but people kind of lost
Harambe.
their shit over that. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, for like almost a year. It was
Yes.
like one of the biggest memes, and it was like, for me, I was just like, man, that sucks. They killed a gorilla.
I mean, yeah, it was like it sucks that the thing died, but it's, okay. people talking about pulling their dicks out, and I'm not really sure what was going on, and I was just kind of
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't-
sidelines for that.
You're just we're the bench warmers for memes. It's
Yeah,
just
pretty
like,
much, yeah.
I don't really get
If
what's
you see
happening
memes
here.
on our channel, it's gonna be a year late and not funny in the first place.
and or
so get
it
ready
will
for
be our
that.
own.
Yeah.
Like, huzzah!
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Except for that one's funny all the time.
Yeah,
it will
it's
never
pretty funny.
stop being funny.
Definitely not. Like, this is gonna be like 2 years down the line when we have a CS:GO video where we keep saying it and we cut back to this.
Huzzah!
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 Yeah.
On my deathbed, my very last words will be
Huzzah!
huzzah.
Speaking of
Yeah,
like
that mo-
medieval, I rewatched all the Evil Dead movies last night, and I watched Army of Darkness. That shit was. I don't think I ever saw Army of Darkness. I saw the first two, but that shit
The
was.
Army
funny.
of Darkness was, how I found out about that shit.
Was it?
Yeah, after I saw the show coming out, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's fucking weird.
Yeah,
Alright.
the show's fucking awesome, by the way. Yeah, when I was a kid, there was a game on PlayStation 2. It was an Evil Dead game, but it was like something boomstick. And my dad would play it, and I would watch it, and I was like, holy shit, that's the scariest game I've ever seen. And then, and I looked back at it like 2 months ago, and it looks like Nintendo 64 graphics. It's fucking ridiculous. I love it.
Well, I always remembered, okay, so think of an old game that you just haven't played in the longest time.
Yeah.
And you just haven't seen videos on or anything. Like, you just haven't seen it, but you remember it. It's like Crash Bandicoot was one of them for me for a long time. It was like, I remember playing it and being like, man, this game is so cool looking. I love everything about it. It's so fun. And then, years later, you're playing all this new stuff, and it's like, wow, this stuff looks really cool. And you look back at something like Crash Bandicoot, and you're like, wow. I mean, I still love it. It's great. But wow, it is not what I remember. I remember this being so much... It's not so much that it doesn't age well. It's just, like, I remember this looking so different. It's... wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it was actually the original Halo. I played that when it first came out, and I thought it was the most photorealistic thing I've ever seen in my life.
Halo Wars or Combat Evolved?
Combat Evolved.
Yeah, Combat Evolved. I remember playing like a beta version of it when I was very, very young. I played it on the computer, and man, I had one of the most fun times. Pissed me off though, because I do remember playing it because they had flamethrowers on the PC version, and then they didn't have it on the Xbox version, and I was so upset about that. I was like, that was the coolest looking weapon. It had its own paint job and everything. I was like, that's sick. Looks like it was ripped off of a jet.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's looking back on stuff like that is always fun. Like, the nostalgia factor is surprisingly powerful, like in ways I couldn't even really predict.
Yeah, no, if you ever like, one of those things is like Qbert. Like, I haven't played that in such a long time, and I know it's just gonna be so ridiculous looking.
Yeah.
Well, not maybe not ridiculous, but it's definitely not gonna be the same image I have in my head. But
yeah, I get that. You don't think
that was kind of what segued me into games, was Qbert. Like, that was like one of the first games I ever played, and it was just like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Because I had an NES when I was a kid, and I had the first 3 Mario games, and like Joust and Paperboy and all those, and those are the only ones that hold up surprisingly well. Like, once it hits 3D, it ages kind of poorly, but Mario 3 still looks fantastic. Like, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, stuff that has that, like you said, nostalgia factor. It's something that retro stuff just holds up really well. And man, that's crazy. Probably, why I like synthwave kind of music and stuff like that. It all just it's fond memories.
That's just why I like old music. Yeah, that's fucking.
It's just like why I like old people.
Yeah. Whoa.
They're just old.
It just tastes so good.
You put them in a broth, cook them for a little bit.
Man, nothing like it. Okay. I was gonna take the joke further, but I probably shouldn't.
Probably not. Maybe once we get into a more comfortable zone. Maybe like episode 5.
Yeah, something like that. We'll have an old person podcast. It'll be great.
Oh, my name is Woody.
Well, because
I
I'm sure this will
on
make
my
it
shoe.
into videos about how much I joke about eating his dog because his dog barks a lot and his mic picks it up.
Oh,
And I've been joking about that for years. Because I was just gonna, his dog's name is Bruiser. I'm gonna fucking eat him. I'm gonna go 2,000. I'm gonna walk 2,000 miles to Texas to California. I'm gonna eat his fucking dog.
yeah, he's gonna. And the best part is he comes up with a new way to cook and eat my dog every time.
It's important to keep it fresh, otherwise you're just eating the same thing over and over again. It gets stale.
I'm not just gonna stick his dog on a spit and then call it good. Not every time. Mm-mm.
Yeah. When you only have so many dogs, like you gotta get creative with it.
Yep.
So anyway, what were we talking about? It's been a half hour.
That's how I measure my lifetime. Like there will be like fuck, what's it called? No, I can't remember.
Oh my god, you ruined
Timeline.
it. Okay, there you go. You saved it.
Fuck you. There will be a timeline for my life, and it won't be measured in like years or
It'll be
anything
measured
or
in
my
dogs
experiences. Yeah, it's just gonna be like, what kind of dogs did I have here? What kind of dog did I have then?
I love it.
Oh god.
Man.
Yeah. It's great. I think this is a perfect time though. We're about 32 minutes into this.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's about time we had a word from our sponsor. That they so graciously, believe it or not, we got a sponsor on our first podcast.
First episode. That never happens.
Yeah, well, they loved the Doodle Bros thing, and they're like, hey, we want to roll some stuff out with you.
Yeah.
So here's a word from our sponsor.
It's super legit, not fake at all. It's great.
So don't blow it. Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it. Get some help.
And that was our sponsor. Yep. Love.
Very generous.
Love their product.
Yeah, they're so good. God, I love them.
Keep them coming. You keep us alive, even though we don't get paid.
Yep, we do this for fun, but
That's why it's
sometimes it's nice to pay rent.
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but I'm air quoting with my fingers. A very real sponsor.
Definitely real, not fake, not a joke, not a bad joke. Good joke. Totally real.
Alright. Yeah, and then kind of as the last thing, you were saying that you wanted to talk about how YouTube shit the bed with the
hardcore
with the adpocalypse is
yeah
what it is. Yeah. I mean, not only do we have net neutrality getting screwed, but we've had the adpocalypse happening for a while, which doesn't necessarily affect us or like a lot of small YouTubers.
No, but it should be talked about.
I mean, more and more. And I do want to keep it kind of short because I think it's just really dumb. Because a lot of it, as far as I was concerned, is like it happened it started with the Pepsi ad where it was like, oh, a lot of people got upset with that, and then Pepsi pulled out or whatever, and then a lot of other issues started kind of moving in the same way. Advertisers were like, oh, a lot of this content isn't family friendly. It's stupid. Like, the family friendly thing to me is dumb because, okay, if people are watching that and they think it's funny, like, if people are watching that, they're watching it for a reason because they like it. So if they see your ads on it, seriously, it's not hurting you. And two, because your ad ends up on this kind of video, like, that shouldn't discriminate against the advertiser. This has been a platform.
If it's popular, then
yeah, no, this has been a platform where weird stuff has been uploaded a lot, and sure, yeah, some of the advertisers were upset because it's like, oh, there were videos slipping under the radar about like beheadings and stuff, and
yeah,
honestly, that's not too much on YouTube, to be fair, because there's so much content coming in each day. It's impossible to keep track of all of it. So I don't necessarily blame them. But advertisers, if a video isn't necessarily family friendly, I don't think they're gonna be like, oh, Coca-Cola, they're bad people because, fucking this person doesn't believe in God or something, and Coca-Cola must not believe in God either. Ugh, evil corporations.
Truthfully,
I mean, we're gonna
I
think
hope that YouTube moves away from an ad-based revenue system, and I hope they move towards a subscription system, because I really feel like that would fix so many of the problems. I'd happily pay $10 a month to use like YouTube how it used to be, instead of ad-based.
I mean,
and they've directly support the channels that I like.
That's kind of what YouTube Red is like, but not
It is, but it's optional, and so it's like no one uses it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm happy that they have the ad-based system. Like, it was working up until
it worked for a long time.
Up until advertisers went full retard.
Like nobody was having this problem in like 2010, 2011. It wasn't an issue.
Well, you can have ads on those beheading videos in 2010, but something's changed. It's not PC. Come on,
something, man.
You guys gotta. It's dumb because I know it's gonna kind of lay over. Like this happens every few years, like every decade or two. It's just like everyone calms down and everything gets really weird again, and everyone's thinks this kind of stuff is funny, or it rolls back to this where it's like either everything is okay or nothing is okay.
Yeah.
And that's.
Do you remember back in 2013 when the copyright situation happened? And a lot of people got fucked over with the new copyright system.
Oh Jesus, I vaguely remember it.
Yeah, it was similar to that, but everybody they didn't change the system. Like, it's still there, and people just had to learn to work around it. And I'm scared that's what's gonna happen with this.
Yeah,
like so many good channels are gonna go under because they just can't afford to keep making their content.
Yeah, a lot
anymore.
of channels already have gone under.
Because YouTube is telling them what they can and can't make, which goes against the very idea of it, I think.
Which,
it's terrible.
So, only two kind of creators can exist. Either the ones that are already super well made off or have sponsors or stuff they can sell.
Other revenue streams.
PewDiePie, he's still getting rimmed on a lot of his videos, but he's got other stuff that can support him.
Yeah.
But then, midway, kind of the middle class of YouTubers where they're popular but not popular enough, they cannot support themselves. So they just get reamed and booted off of YouTube. So you got the ones who are popular enough, and then you've got someone who's like us where it's, we do this more as a hobby, so we can have fun and we can make the videos we want.
Sure.
And we don't have to worry about ad revenue because we do other stuff.
We don't use it, yeah.
But it's even for YouTubers that I don't like or something, it's just like, you basically stole their life.
Well, yeah, really. Like, the idea is like, even though you don't like them, they deserve to be able to do whatever they want, make videos on whatever they want, and that just isn't the case anymore.
Yeah, it's
like YouTube is just telling them that they can't make stuff or it's not going to get money.
Yeah, it's just gotten to an extreme point of stupidity where it's like, you're not allowed to say this.
Yeah, I agree.
But
I hope it changes, but YouTube is so big, I don't really think that it will.
I don't know. A lot of YouTubers, like, they're probably gonna have to change because it's based around their YouTubers, and yeah, there's a lot of people like, I don't know, Jake Paul and stuff. And I know people are tired of hearing about them, but those are the kinds of people that are sucking up to YouTube, and they're like they're allowing this because they're like, I can still make money off of this. But there's still people like Cow Chop who will do what they want, and they're funny, and they make good
'Cause
content, and they put work into their content.
Yes, they do. It just worries me because, like,
They just deserve a lot more.
sure, we can stop using YouTube, or a lot of people can stop using YouTube because the way they're acting, but where else are they gonna go? Like, your only other option is really Twitch, and that's not really even the same.
It's not. But
So
I mean,
I'm worried, but
yeah, I mean, what I'm saying though is they rely on their YouTubers to make them
Yeah,
money.
absolutely.
Without the YouTubers, the advertisers have no reason to put stuff up, and they don't get money, and neither does YouTube. So everyone gets reamed, but especially YouTube.
yep, and especially YouTubers.
And especially
People who
YouTubers.
make a living on the site.
Yeah, it's rough. So YouTube, get with it.
Yeah, fix your shit.
Bitch slap those goddamn advertisers. Nah, but someone.
I don't really want to end this on such a dark topic.
Yeah, no. Well, I was gonna make it a little
So
happier.
pessimistic.
I was gonna make it a little happier.
Sorry.
Is like someone I was watching said, you know, thank God that YouTube even existed in the first place to allow a lot of this stuff. I'm sure
Oh, yeah,
they've
absolutely.
worked on a lot of stuff, and yeah, I get it. Business is business. So with that, you know, it's been, if it does have to come to an end, it's been good. You know, it had a good
Yeah.
run,
I agree.
and it was fun. It was cool. It
There's definitely more good than bad, I think.
Yeah, but you know, people would like to spot out all the bad. But regardless of all that stuff, YouTube has been good. It's been a fantastic resource for just entertainment for me.
Oh, sure, absolutely. I would go as far as to say that it's probably more popular than cable
It
television.
is.
Now.
It
And I
was
love
for a
that.
long. It has been for a little bit now.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I remember back in, like, I started on YouTube in about 2007, like 2007, and there was this channel I watched. It was a sketch comedy group. It's called Balloon Shop.
Huh.
It's pretty popular now, but it didn't really used to be. And yeah, and it was before you could really make it a job at YouTube. Like, no one really even knew what YouTube was yet.
yeah,
And it was just for the love of it, and it was just for the art of it. And I love that. And
Yeah.
I hope that it gets back to that point one day.
but you know, still being
And if
able
this is
to.
what it takes to get that, you know.
Yeah. So I guess with that, we could probably call it a note on this first podcast of Bush Radio.
First of many.
First,
Yep.
first of many, but not to ever get better.
6 times a week, we're going to be recording this podcast, and 6 days a week, you're going to be hearing it. So,
We'll see you later.
yeah, thanks for watching.